What's going on, guys? We are getting ready for possibly our last build of the season here. It's very cold in Massachusetts this time of the year, so we all got our big winter gloves on and we're ready to break ground before it gets frozen for the rest of the year. We're building a massive waterfall today, and we're just stacking up all of our underlayment and our 15 large AquaBlox that we're gonna need. I have all of our AquaBlox stacked up here for the job that we're starting today, guys. This is 15 large AquaBlox, and what this is gonna do is this is gonna be our water reservoir while that pump is running and the waterfall is flowing. So this is gonna hold all of the extra water that's waiting to be turned over and pumped up to our spillway by that pump there that sits inside of a vault, which is already packed up. You guys are gonna get to see the whole process and how all this stuff gets put together. But basically, this holds water and hides it from the sun.
What's going on, everybody? It's Sean, your favorite pond guy. Today, I'm gonna be your favorite Pondless Waterfall guy. We're in Fiskdale, Massachusetts, and we're starting an incredible project. It is the third week in November, and it is freezing outside, but we are still busy at work building beautiful water features, making dreams come true. And today, we're about to break ground on a 32-foot Pondless Waterfall with some massive boulders and a bunch of water that's gonna be ripping through here. So right now we're just measuring things out, doing a rough outline on the ground. Right here is gonna be our storage basin. We're gonna do a 15 large block reservoir. There's gonna be a lot of water going through this waterfall. We're using 3-inch plumbing, a 9,000 gallon per hour pump, and so we wanna make sure our reservoir holds enough water to make this thing run and look its best and not have to worry about evaporation or the basin running low. We've got a bunch of lines painted on the side. We're gonna have a bunch of big accent boulders and retaining wall, wing walls, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna leave this area all open for landscaping and planting, and I'm super excited. The rock comes either later today or tomorrow morning, and I hand tagged all of these massive boulders, so you guys are in for a treat with this one, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so we have roughed everything out stream and waterfall wise with the machine, and now we're just cleaning everything up by hand, getting our nice clean edges, leveling off the shelves where there'll be pooling areas, all that stuff. Down here, we still have to dig in the reservoir, but we're gonna wait till we move these piles of soil that we have created because they're kind of in the way. So we'll get that all cleaned up. They're unloading the mini loader right now. So we'll get these cleaned up. I'll get the machine down here and we'll dig our basin. And in the meanwhile, we're just gonna keep cleaning these shelves up. So to walk through it real quick, we're gonna have a pretty significant waterfall right here. It's gonna drop down, pool a little bit, and then disappear into the basin where the gravel is. It's that whole disappearing waterfall, Pondless Waterfall effect. I'm standing in a pooling area right here. We've got a lot of different things happening. So we've got this whole shelf right here excavated. We're gonna clean this all up, but this is solely for retaining wall work. So we're gonna have some big, beautiful boulders set in here. They're gonna tie right into the waterfalls, but it's helping us break up all of this hillside. So there'll be really nice planting areas, but it's gonna help naturalize everything, and it allows us to tier our way up, so you're not left with these massive boulders that look out of place. We're still gonna have big boulders in here, but we wanna break it up so it's a single stone here and then another stone up back here for the retaining wall, so it looks natural and it helps hold back the hillside and create all these cool little planting pockets. To my left, this is another pooling area where we're gonna have a waterfall drop right in this way, pooling area behind it, and then up where Sean's with the shovel right now before that well. That's where the main waterfall is gonna start. It's gonna drop down into this area, pool up, and kick back. And as we're designing this, we want our waterfalls to all point different directions and be kind of like switchbacks moving their way through the hill. We're also going to do a smaller waterfall spillway carved into this hillside that's going to sit right between our retaining wall and this pooling section. So where I am right now is actually going to have 2 waterfalls dropping in. We're going to make it look like a massive split waterfall, but a little bit different elevation for each drop. It's going to be a really cool look. The water's going to pool up in here, and then 9,000 gallons an hour is going to just pour right over this waterfall into the basin. So that's what we got going on right now.
All right, guys, right now we're carving out the shelves, making sure we got a good 90-degree angle on every shelf, making sure that we have ample space to place our rocks where we want them.
Broke ground in icy Fiskdale, Massachusetts today, guys. As you can see, we have our waterfall all carved out behind me here. And what I'm doing, messing with this yellow contraption and this big measuring stick, is I am finding our edge height based off of our hard point, which is the patio the camera woman is standing on right now. And what we do with that is we find our edge using that hard point. So we want the 4 inches above water to match the height of this patio here. And I'm finding the bottom of our AquaBlox for our basin, which is being carved out by Mason and Sean right now. So there's a little bit of math that goes into building a waterfall. And I am taking the 18 inches that a large AquaBlox is tall, matching that with the 4 inches of edge height that we like to use. So I sunk this 22 inches down from our hard point edge, which is right there. And so the bottom of this stick will match the bottom of where our AquaBlox should be. That'll get us all set up to build this basin.
We've got our pondless reservoir or pondless basin, mostly excavated. We're just cleaning up the edges. We're gonna level it out, get it to the right height. And all of these AquaBlox are gonna go in the hole. Those are our water storage matrix, so they create a void space. So we don't need such a large footprint to hold a ton of water. And that will get buried with decorative river rock. You won't even know it's down here. And there'll be a pump vault, which is sitting up there by the well. That's gonna be the lowest point of the reservoir, and our pump actually sits in there. And so it's gonna pump all this water up top through the waterfalls, and then it's gonna return down here to the basin and just keep recycling in a loop. So once we get this all good, we can dry fit our blocks. And then when we're positive it's exactly how we need it, we'll get our protective geotextile fabric in, our liner, another layer of that fabric, get our blocks in place, and then backfill. Once that's done, we can focus on getting ready to rock and roll. And the rock is actually coming today, anytime now. So that'll be really exciting. All right, guys, so the rock just got delivered. We have just over 20 tons of big, beautiful fieldstone boulders that Dominic and I hand-picked. We went through the stone yard and found all the right rocks that we needed for this project to be amazing. We tagged them up, and they just got delivered. So while they're down there getting everything squared away, I'm up here enjoying being the king of the mountain with the rock pile. Just wait till you see what we do with these bad boys. All right, so we've got the hole for the reservoir completely excavated, all compacted, smoothed out, exactly the right level we need. We got the pit for our pump vault dug out. The guys are measuring and cutting the protective geotextile fabric and the liner. We're gonna put down a layer of fabric, put down our liner, put down another layer of fabric, and then we're gonna put all these blocks in place, including the pump vault, fold it up like a burrito, and backfill, so we lock it all in nice and tight and level and beautiful. Once this is done, it'll probably be the end of our day today. It's starting to get dark. We'll do a little cleanup, and we'll be back here tomorrow to get fabric and liner on the rest of this excavation and start setting rocks. So pretty exciting. The first day looks like a bomb went off. It's a whole lot of prep, staging of materials, getting equipment and stuff here. designing the pond or the waterfall in the ground, and excavating. So it's a lot of work for this size feature to get everything prepped just the way you want it so you can go and build on top of that. Super crucial that the foundation of your water feature is done properly and you take the time, measure twice, cut once, that sort of thing. Make sure everything is right. So once you're going along with your rock work, you don't have to flop liner back and forth and move things around for the most part.